The summer had passed by with ease. Saturday afternoon steaks sizzling on the hot grill. The sounds of kids enjoying a game of baseball at the nearby park, with my son and daughter included. The soapy water slowly flowing into the drain from my neighbor washing her car in the rear garage. She has the 17-year-old son that likes washing cars, and so I allowed him to clean mine, the interior and exterior, and I would give him $40 every other weekend whenever he would clean my car. It helped him save for whatever he decides to do in life. I guess he decided not to help out his mother today. Once the sun went down, my son would stay up with a few of his friends playing video games in his room. I'd hear them race each other in exotic sports cars or shoot laser beams at one another in the video game. My daughter would hang out with her mother and create some art crafts, but as the moon rose higher, my daughter never had enough energy to stay up long enough to finish a craft all in one night. An American dream has finally come true. But as the air got colder, it was as if the covers had been yanked off of me, and I had to wake up from this warm slumber to the bitter, unwelcoming cold. My life changed, and I fell right into this nightmare. I became acquainted with a gentleman at a local bar. He wore a red tie both times I saw him, and he offered me a proposition. When I had lost my stable job, a sinister one awaited me. I hesitated on joining this group at first, but you know so well what desperate times call for. Just 15 minutes from my house, my nocturnal winter rendezvous would take place in a cold steel hangar, with the snow behaving like confetti for the devilish parade of men entering this compound, all with the same intentions as mine, none of whom were employed by the electrical company whose property we stepped foot on, except for the man at the bar. We used one of the back rooms of the hangar as a planning room for a heist. Inside this room, we hung up blueprints of the location we were going to steal from. We transcribed the busiest and the slowest time periods of this location for every day of the week, including weekends, onto the top left corner of a whiteboard. We became familiar with the profile of the employees at our targeted location, anything from what they looked like down to their payroll, so we can get a better understanding of their ties to the company we were going after. Of course, I asked this man who introduced me to this heist, why can't he just employ me to work at the electrical company here in which he works at? But he would repeat to me, I hired you for this job. I stopped asking after the third time, and once he paid me over $3,000 to do some simple surveillance for 2 days, he garnered my trust, and I knew he had me. My family kept warm this winter season, as much as I was so cold in this hangar. Christmas was the merriest it was for my wife and kids. I was happy again. But once April 10th, our heist date would arrive, the possibility of my wife becoming a widow was looming in the darkness. It was nothing I ever shared with any of the group members in this heist, but the thought of me losing my life and my fears became so prevalent in that cold, cold hangar. I would sit inside there on my own once the group would leave, and I would just think about my life and what has led me to this point. The cold, abrasive steel was starting to imprint on my soul. When all you ever look forward to is your children going off to college and becoming debt-free and creating their own successful life, a couple $1 million will help. It's much easier to say and fantasize about that, I know. But to actually act upon what must be done to achieve that wealth so quickly is the hardest. Once the snow melts, the haunting spring fog will appear, And why I thought of that, I don't know. But maybe I'm just thinking of any possible aspect to take advantage of, as I will be the driver of one of the heist vans. After 7 long months of planning this heist, April 10th finally came, and I failed the group. I drove off with one of the bags of money. I was supposed to drive off with 3 other guys loaded with more cash, but I pedal panicked and left. I kept going. I turned down a dirt road I had seen before named Shady Hollow Road. The old lettering for the road had fallen off the wooden sign over the years, and nobody had bothered to fix the sign or replace it. I took Shady Hollow Road because I thought cops or any heist members may have followed me, and those heist members would likely put a bullet in my head for my actions. This is the first time I've ever driven down Shady Hollow Road, but maybe, possibly, I can lose them if they did follow me. Oh, I just hope this leads out to a county road. The branches scraped the metal van, making me jolt in my seat as I thought for a split second someone was firing a gun at me. The wind wouldn't disturb the dense fog as it obscured my path and hopefully obscured the silhouette of my van. What would I do if I met a resident on this road? Wave at them? Show my face? No, I must not. I quivered to the thought of someone in that house upon that hill was watching me. My head aches. It's like a boulder just landed on my head, and it's dark outside. What happened to me? Did I pass out? Something doesn't feel right. This place, it's so eerie. There's something watching me. Something brought me down to this road. Oh, I tried my driver's side door, but it won't budge. What is wrong? I must stay inside this vehicle. Why would I even want to get out? Why did I even think of that? Wait, I just realized I'm not even accelerating this vehicle. Am I being controlled? This doesn't feel like I'm here. I wouldn't consider being a man of God, but I think the devil found me first. It's so quiet. A house at the end. Is that my house? Oh God, it's my family inside.